Well, this is where daters go to die.
Hey, what's happening? Welcome back to broketv123. I'm your host, Rome. This is raw, unscripted, obviously, unedited, and unsponsored. So, today we're going to be talking, unfortunately, about online dating. Yeah, not one of my favorite subjects to talk about. Although I can talk about it, and ain't no big deal. I am 47. Years ago, I started online dating. You know how you hear women sit there and say, "Oh my God, I went online dating there and I meet the weirdest people, weirdest dudes on there, and oh my gosh, Well, let me tell you something. That door swings both ways. The same thing happens to men. And it happened to me. I will tell you a horror story. Let me tell you a story. So, I was on one of these popular sites, free sites and everything. And I kept seeing this one, really good looking girl on there. And never said anything to her. I believe I was on there probably a good month, almost seemed like. Until like I done went on dates with other girls, and the other girls, they were fine, whatever. Just nothing really went anywhere. But I finally saw this girl in there, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna say something to her. And she looked like she was like way out of my range, like every which way you could think of. Sorry for the background noise. So anyway, I finally, and by the way, it's just a picture. She looked really good. And there was no video chat or anything like that. That's how long ago it was. Anyway, so I decided to say, hey, what's up? And as soon as I said, hey, what's up, whatever, she was like, hey, let's don't worry about talking on here. Why don't you come see me? Okay. She lived, I would say, a good 20-30 minutes away from me.
I need some gas money.
And I figured I'm not getting anywhere else with anybody else. I guess I'll hit the road and go see her. I can't believe I'm doing this. Okay, sure. So I literally got in my car and drove to her house. I'm pulling up in the driveway, and as soon as I do, this thing comes out the house, looking like Skeletor's girlfriend.
What?
And I was like, who the heck is that? And all of a sudden, she came up to my door window, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's her. Looked nothing like her picture. And she was like, hey, I'm so-and-so. I don't remember her name. She was like, hey, I'm so-and-so. What's up? I was like, okay, what's up? And, she was like, oh my gosh, you're so cute. This is back in the day when I was cute. And she was like, oh my gosh, you're so cute. Come on in the house, let's chat. I'm like, okay, cool. So, went to her house, and she sat me down on a sofa, and she was like, hey, I'm gonna go get us, I'm gonna get something. I'll be right back. Just chill out. And she had like this, she had a pet in there in a cage, and she went, and I got up and I started going over to the pet and checking it out in the cage and whatever. And all of a sudden, I felt this like tug on my leg, and I was like, the heck? And this little kid was like probably 2 years old, and he was like, daddy. And I'm like, ain't your daddy? And all of a sudden she comes walking in, and she goes, oh, I see you met my son. And I'm like, you didn't say anything about having a kid? what the heck? Oh, it gets worse. She hit her picture. I was like, man, you don't look nothing like your picture on there. I go, oh yeah, that was like 5 years ago. I'm like, yeah, more like 10 years ago or whatever. Like, you're right. But anyway, I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I wasn't going to be mean. So she's like, hey, come over here and sit back on the sofa. And she had this like binder, and she had a book. And she's like, check us out. This is what I'm about. And so I started with the book. It had no cover on it. Like it was one of those like wallpaper, covers, whatever. And I opened it up. And it was, I'm trying to keep this as G-rated as possible, folks. It was, how can I put this? God, the pictures were very graphic of two people in it. Let's put it that way. And I was like, what the? My eyes got like this big. I know they did. And she was like, yeah, that's what I'm into, and stuff like that and everything. And I'm like, good for you. I'm not. I was blunt with her, dude. At that point, I was like, and then I opened up the binder, and it was nothing but pictures of her. She was a model, a very graphic model. And I was like, whoa. I was like, well, these pictures look like you online on the dating app. And and she's like, yeah, I used to do that back in the day and everything. I was like, so you don't do it now? No. Yeah. I was like, okay. And then there was a knock at the door, at the front door that I came in. And the door, she goes over and she opens it up. And her family comes walking in. And I've got this like binder sitting there wide open. And I'm just like, whoa. I kind of put it to the side, whatever. And and her family comes walking in. It was like her mom, her dad, her brother, or something like that. And every one of them looked like heels have eyes. Scary looking people. I wasn't trying to judge though. I was like, but she fit right in. And I was just like, I got to get the heck out of here. So her family went into the next room. And she came back over to me and she's like, so, are you like, what do you think? Are you feel it between us or anything like that or whatever? I was like, what? I was like, it's a little bit too much for me. I'm sorry. I was like, but, we could, still be friends, whatever. And maybe see where it goes, whatever. I said, for right now though, I gotta go. I got a gig going on. So I gotta get back. So I just thought I'll come down and, meet you and everything. I was like, oh, okay, cool, So I got in my car, I burned the rubber out of there. Yeah. That was very, very scary. I'm not saying that everybody on online dating is a weirdo. I'm just sharing a weirdo story with you. Because that was like being on another planet. It was like being in a horror film. And thank God I was the main character that survived. Felt sorry for the kid. But anyway, that was a true story. True story, swear to God. But it was supposed to be, a serious story and have a little laugh in there too, but still serious. If you got one that can top that, go ahead. Mention in the comments. Top that. Top that. Top that. Top that. Cringe. Ugh. Anyway, I got more, but I'll see you on part 2, let's just say. Online dating. I'm Ron. This is broketv123. See y'all next time.